with rubber legs and his student marching southward for the inevitable confrontation with Sam C and the deadly dance of the drunk mantis.
I like to know what some of these guys are doing now. You like Mad Monkey Kung Fu too, don't you?
I love Mad
Yeah, that was a classic.
I love the monkey.
Shaw Brothers.
I like the drunken monkey.
Now, Luchai Lang was a legend in his time as far as what he could do with his body in Kung Fu. This particular style he's doing is the monkey Kung Fu style. Very elusive and very deadly. Woo! Look at the movements of the body. Look at the poetry. Look what the body is doing. Look at all those intricate movements. This is the human body taken to another level. Without all the special effects, this guy is doing thousands of movements.
Genuine. Outstanding.
And each movement of the monkey style is a death strike. In Chicago in the 70s and the early 80s, they had Samurai Cinema. That used to happen on Channel 66 every Sunday at 12 o'clock noon. So everybody was in front of the TV watching the Kung Fu movies. So, hey, that was it. That was, oh, I missed them days.
Look, this how it all started. Hey, you know what? My brother drew something on this right here. My brother drew this right here. He was a good artist, he still is. So, he taught me how to do karate. And I still know how to do it.
This I don't need. Over here. Back. What about your hand? Look where your hand is. No. Your hand was down here like this. It should be in chamber, like so. And when you come out, it's here. Go.
Is this a gift?
No.
You modified this?
It's hand sewn.
I have a fully automatic one. I have two.
Automatic blowgun?
Yes.
That I have to see.
Okay. You think I'm lying? What it is? It's a round tube in here.
Yeah. Oh.
Each one is loaded.
Oh, and it turns.
And you just go. No, you just go blue, 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 blue. You just keep blowing, and it keeps spitting out the darts.
Okay.
Okay. So now you show me this toy. All right. I'm gonna give it back.
Okay, are you ready? I'm ready to start. Each, knee, slam, she, go, elbow, each, knee, slam, she, go.
We been class Sunday.
We have class continuously from the day y'all hit the door.
Saturday
No,
morning.
how come y'all not coming Friday?
Okay, look. You want to go to school?
Y'all discuss it with your father and give me an answer. What happened is gonna pick my brain. What happened, Mr. Oh, you in trouble now? Oh, I'm gonna get all the knowledge. What happened? Father.
Yes.
Why don't you send me her and your oldest son?
Friday.
Yeah.
No problem.
Since y'all don't like to keep the kitchen clean, I have something special for you.
Okay.
Right now I'm getting ready to do a commercial.
Okay. But, alright, then I can drop. You gonna be here how long? A long time?
I'll be here until we finish what we gotta do.
Alright, how long y'all figure y'all gonna be here?
15, 20 minutes.
I thought I was gonna get the chance to drop the kids off and come right back.
Okay, then drop them off and come right back.
Okay.
This looks like expensive equipment. Did this come from the university?
No, this came from the cable access station.
Cable access station?
Yeah.
And they trust y'all with all this equipment?
They do, unbelievably.
Okay.
They know it's for a good cause.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Okay. The starting in learning the martial arts, it provided a discipline. Living in a housing project, if you were going to be anything other than what the project was manipulated to turn people into, it took a strong will and a lot of discipline. A lot of young men found that discipline in games, but more in all, those of us who didn't want to go into the illegal trades or didn't want to go into the gang mentality, who did go into the martial arts, we found it provided us military strength. It gave us a relationship of being in the tribe, being the warriors. It gave us certain warrior skills we're going to develop as we got into the different combative facts of practicing martial art. But even more than all, it gave a family. So what has happened is, when you talk about martial arts, and you talk about blacks in the martial arts, is that we have come together and formed families that allow us to exist off the discipline of the Asians martial arts, and that discipline is derived for us through rigorous martial art training.
This school here, I feel, in our martial art adventures, we sort of like bring our history, our culture, into our environment of the martial arts. We, our pain, our suffering as a people is all in here, you see. So that's why we try to, like the Army says, be the best that you can be. We try to be the best of artists that we can be. So the arts to me is a thing of upliftment. It exhilarates me, and it makes me become actually who I am. I'm a warrior in spirit, and I'm a fighter for my people, and I cannot be a fighter and a warrior for my people if I did not train and condition myself. I feel here I got my freedom, my sense of manliness and manhood, and I won't allow no one to come upon me to try to take that away.
And 10, 11, 12, 13.
So, in order to do anything new, or in order to be defiant, you must derive a social structure within a structure. You must derive a means and ways of doing and not attracting these people's attention. If we did it on a ceremonial basis, we'd be called an occult. So it's better to take somebody else's already accepted tradition, and that comes from the Japanese discipline, the Oriental discipline of the martial arts. If we find a discipline in someone else's martial arts that covers up our desire to be a tribe and allows us to exist in the same way as we are a tribe, but accepted by something that they have accepted and proven, then we exist happily. And we go on to try to achieve the highest levels, because from the highest levels, it won't matter what they think, we'll be free.
getting ready to go to karate, and we're probably going to spar today, and probably do a little form before we spar and exercise.
Yeah, go pick up some of the children and hold them, well, like, show them one of the faces. One of the mean faces.
Alright, Jimmy.
One, the blue, be blue. I'm ready for my next belt.
You got that same red 6-foot one, didn't you?
Yep. I got a purple one like this one.
You got a 6-foot one like that one.
I have a first place trophy.
I got me a 6-foot trophy. I won this on May 2nd for the 6-foot trophies.
That's the last trophy you got. That's the last tournament you've been in. Will be that one right there, right? You, Leon, and John.
What do you think of Sensei McKinney, Sensei Stan? Do you guys know that he was a Black Panther too?
Yeah. At first you all didn't, and then when he said it, when the lady came for the belt promotion, remember, and they were talking about it. 'Cause I didn't know either.
I didn't never know.
I heard him and the lady talking about it, but I never knew he was the actual Black Panther. He probably knows Chuck.
What do you guys think of that?
Since they say.
Oh, it's alright.
He'll be trying to crack on people, you know that? Yeah. What is he trying to get off here?
You keep blowing air on me.
I mean, you see this spot right there?
It's off now, see?
This right here, that big old spot right there.
Move, let me see. I'm not staying with y'all. I got somewhere to go. I know, and y'all about to go. They don't move out the way, just leave them to the side like
Thank you. Give him a hand. So I'm going to leave you with a saying. I want you to repeat after me. To each one, teach one. Each one, teach one. Each one, teach one. Teach one. Each one, teach one. That's the responsibility that you have for your people. To make us a better people, to enhance our future, you got to go and teach what you know to your own. And you should give Sensei McKinney a hand because he has done well by teaching you all.
The most important thing you're going to learn about karate is what? Let me hear.
Respect.
Discipline and respect. They go hand in hand, okay? And I get more pleasure out of going to tournaments and seeing young black kids being motivated to participate in the martial arts as opposed to dope slinging and gun slinging. We see enough of that out in the community every day.
My style of teaching martial arts is not to make a child docile or to conform to the status quo, just the contrary. My style is to be able to teach a child the martial arts, but also to teach that child how to think and not what to think, so that they can see the contradictions and deal with those contradictions, not from the standpoint of like our parents did. Well, you don't buck the system. You buck the system. My martial arts experience kind of took a dramatic twist because I joined the Panther Party in 1969 of January. My destination and stay into the Panther Party was up until about 1977. I think the the reception toward the martial arts in terms of the black community was due to the fact of police brutality. I think it was evident that black men definitely needed to protect themselves, and they had a right. And I think along with that, with the Panther Party constantly promoting and suggesting that you have a constitutional right to defend yourself, you have a constitutional right to protect yourself with or without a firearm, I think was a key component. So my style of martial arts is that no one has a right to oppress, suppress you in any form, or brutalize you in any form or fashion, and especially police officers.
4, 3, go.
I seen this movie at the McVickers in I think it was 77, if I'm not mistaken. The Soul Brothers of Kung Fu. It's Carl Scott, one of the first guys. Other guys was on the scene. He's one of the first African-American actors that the Chinese really liked because they said his discipline in his body, how he learned his martial arts, he can deal with the rigorous training on the sets and the rigorous training to keep doing the technique over and over again, so he's very adaptable as far as the style.
Oh, so what do I do now, brother, huh? Here.
And during the time that Bruce Lee emerged, it was a time of discipline for African Americans. We had just we were at the end of the Panther movement. We were starting to reap the benefits of the civil rights movement. So at that time, discipline was definitely the key to our survival as a people. So when Bruce Lee came on the scene, and like Grant said, you saw the things that you could do with your body. You saw the physical aspect of that discipline and what you could do with the human body. Everybody just jumped on the bandwagon, and it was definitely the trend of the time.
This is Jim Kelly and Three the Hard Way with Fred Williamson and Jim Brown, three major black stars in the 70s that made a lot of these movies. So right now here they're trying to set him up, playing some drugs. He's gonna do his thing.
Want to see the death touch?
Yeah.
I'll have to do it on you, and you'll die.
Do it on him.
I don't want to do it. Nah. He lives with me. I couldn't do it on him.
Yes, my name is Nicholas Davis. I'm one of the senseis at the Tornado School of Martial Arts. Right now I'm about to demonstrate a technique which is called breaking. So I'm about to break through this barrier which is in my way. If I can do so, then this carries on through my everyday life.
That's fun. A lot of people look at it as punishment. You know, here you are being, hit with a bamboo pole. It's helping my body get stronger, to push on, helping me, build my energy and push past a level, move up to the next level. Because how did you feel when you first walked in?
Well,
were you uncomfortable, or were you comfortable when you first walked in the door?
When I first walked in the door, I was uncomfortable because it seemed so unusual to me and so foreign. To be honest, it was a little weird being white, because there weren't any white people. And then I started training, I started to get to know people better, and then it starts to feel a little bit like your home. It doesn't feel like my home.
It feels comfortable. It's like you can just kick your shoes back and just relax.
The school now is in the universe, it's in the open. It's no longer confined to a building. It's in the hearts and minds of each and every one of you, and that's how we're going to have to pull together. All of you have shared my house, my food, my money, Anything and everything else I share with you. Now comes the time that I expect you to see to it that I don't die lonely and that I don't die poor and pitiful as things have come to from this point that must stop. I can't give you anymore. I don't have the means to give you anymore. Sensei Fred, I pass the whole school on to you. You have the responsibility. You're going to have to grow to be a man 3 times more than what you are now. I can tell each and every one of you that out of all these teams of doctors and experts, what has kept me at this point is from the time I started training martial art as a young man to the present, the things I learned, the inner root, the inner key, that internal strength.
Personally speaking, I understand why he's retiring. I know what he has to do. I hate to see him go, but I know that it needs to be done. We all have to step up. His retirement has affected all of us. It affected, I'm sure, everybody here. But as the root keeper of the new school, I'll make sure that I'll continue to do what is right, and I will lead by example, and I will not only push the students for success, I won't push them away from success. Tanaka will be highly missed until we go out to his house and start bugging him.
I think of my brother and how to crack tighten the veins in his arm. Wish I could take the stress off my mom.
Okay, make sure you go into a bow. You gotta pull your opponent off. You step into a bow with that leg. Pull your opponent off balance. Right.
All my dreams have been turned into psychedelic nightmares with Rosemary's Baby pissing in my face and tiny tears, phony Venus into my bleeding mind as it cries for the strength to repair the sanctimonious sounds of the white rock room.
In. Step through. Right. Right. My name is Stan McKinney. I'm a former member of the Illinois chapter of the Black Panther Party. Right now, what I'm doing now is still symbolic to what I was doing when I was getting up feeding those children at the Breakfast for Children program. We're building warriors. I'm still giving them nourishment in the form of martial arts. Stop, stop. Back over here. Ready. Okay. All right. Thank you. And I can say this much here is that these are some that we know we won't lose to the deprivation of crack cocaine and the other problems that exist in the community. Thank you. Yep. Yeah. Right. Out.
Bring the chair. Bring it over here. This picture goes back. These are some of the outstanding martial artists in the Midwest. And we did a kabuki warrior scene, which was out of the box because this wasn't something that many schools focus on unless you were Japanese. And we did the demonstration in the form we were cutting the fruit off the head of some of the younger students.
Do you see a younger generation of people that are interested in the martial arts for the same reasons you are?
How could you ask that question? Because it's obvious there are younger generations to everything. So it's important for me to find those leaderships, those who have the leadership and the ability to keep the organization going, and more or less grade and observe them now, and so as to be certain that when I'm totally away, that the organization goes on and that those people can do what they're supposed to do. Each of those small white cups on the table represent a student come and gone. Some of the Chinese dolls, the blades, and like that shield, have sat in front of this house. They represent the house of a warrior and never been touched by children in the neighborhood or anyone else. I don't think I'd be the ideal neighbor to live in certain neighborhoods because people wouldn't understand what goes on in my yard. Even though my neighbors have been critical at some points, they've also been complimentary and saying some very unusual things pop up in your yard. But that's the time they've seen the students train. So we'll probably have students within the next 2 weeks. Everything will be cleaned up and put into place. And some of the training equipment will be set up. And they'll be out here training on a daily basis.
I need to get in the dojo and have somebody really drive me in the ground.
Then you're at the right time. It's coming.
Because I need that social interaction.
I'm talking about bouncing off of walls, busting concrete.
See, now that's what I need.
Mad blade swinging.
Right.
Everything's a time, and we're at that time. So we might as well get busy with it.
Okay, so now I know what to train for.
The ultimate. All right.
So now.